Hi, Rebecca from RebeccaAdamsBiz.com here. And in this video, we're talking about, do you have a goal or a dream? Now, lots of people get asked all the time whether they have a goal that they're working towards or a dream that they want. And I always think, and it is my view, that a dream is just that until you turn it into an actionable goal with a plan and everything else. And in this very, very quick video, I'm going to tell you how I achieved going to New York City. So I want to ask you, what is your goal? What is your dream? Do you have one? How big is it? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? Have you set a time frame and a plan and everything else? So what I want you to do is just listen to this quick little story I'm going to tell you. And I want you to plot your goal exactly like this, because this is how you're going to achieve your goal. So many goals are missed out on because people have not set a realistic goal, time frame, money and everything originally. Before you've even started doing anything, they've not set it. So how I achieved New York back in October 2014, I'm going to tell you right now. So how it all came about and what I did was, I was attending a mastermind in New York City in October 2014. And I knew 8 months before that I was actually going. And it's a once in a lifetime thing, the mastermind, once in a lifetime thing. And I made it non-negotiable. I am going. And it was like, right, well, I'm going here. I had to sort my children out. I invited my boyfriend to attend with me as well. Not the mastermind, but to come to New York. And instead of going to New York just for the mastermind on that one day because of jet lag, what I did, I made it into like a holiday, like a 5-day thing. So 4 nights, 5 days. And so off I went. I didn't even know where the money was coming from, anything. Didn't know anything. So what I did, went off to the travel agents, got all the brochures, flicking through where I want to stay, come up with kind of how much the flight was, how much the hotel, how much spending money for food and everything else I'd need. And I got where I was going, how much money I needed, and how long. So I think it was about 8 months. So I had 8 months to save up the money to achieve New York. And as I said, it was like non-negotiable. Now, you may be thinking, wow, I can't afford New York. It's massive, it's expensive, it's, you know what I mean? But it was in the mindset before I even went. And I made it that I was going, I don't care. And how I cemented it even further, I told my children, I told my friends, I told my boyfriend, I'm a mum. And I made it that the more people I told, I didn't tell everybody, but the more people I told, it was like, well, I'm going, I can't lose face now, I've got to go, you know. But making it non-negotiable in your head, like, I'm going, I planned it, I put it in my diary planner and everything, that I am going, that is when I'm going. And then what I did with the amount of money I needed, over the 8 months, I broke it down. I did actually go into the travel agents about 8 weeks before and pay for everything in cash. So I actually did it in 6 months. I raised the money in 6 months, but I did made it non-negotiable. I'd already paid $100 deposit to attend the mastermind anyway. So that was like, right, well, I'm not, you know, I'm not losing that. I know it's only $100, but I was like, right, I'm not losing that. So I started getting excited about the trip. I totaled up how much I needed, divided it by the months and started saving. And everything that I needed to do, I achieved because I had told the universe and told everyone out there, I'm going to New York. So that is the thing with the goal. I stuck to it like anything. I am going to New York, and you know what? It was the best thing ever. I met the most amazing people in that room on that day. The whole trip was amazing. My boyfriend and I absolutely loved it. We're going to go back. But on that mastermind day, I met the most amazing entrepreneurs completely, and we didn't cover everything when we went over there. The mastermind we did, but over there, New York is so big, you can't cover it all in one trip. So we're going to go back, and I'd highly recommend it to everyone. But back onto goal setting. If you've got a goal that is so big, now my why for my goal was the mastermind. So I'm going to the mastermind. Why? Because I want to learn off people who run 6-7 figure businesses, and I want to learn off them. I want to be in a room with them and sit down and see what they can bring to my business, and I can help with theirs and things like that. And the whole thing. So the why was the mastermind. And I wasn't going to lose face. Doesn't matter how much that New York trip was, I'm not going to tell you, but it was completely non-negotiable. And I keep saying it because I'm not negotiating on something that I paid $100 deposit for. And my why was the mastermind. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm going. And I just kept saying, I can't wait to go to New York. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. In the meantime, behind the scenes, don't tell anyone, is that what I did? I bought a book on New York, and I actually planned where we're going. And I planned it like a military operation, planned every little spot, where we were going, what we were doing on every single day. I have the most amazing photo that I took, and I had it made by my photographer. I had it made into a canvas, and it's in my living room, and I look at it every single day. And it's actually up there, I don't know, yeah, up there on the wall, and I look at it every single day, and it reminds me of the most amazing trip I've ever taken in my entire life. And it brings me straight back to stood there taking that photo, and all the feelings I had when I was in New York, the mastermind day, everything. It was phenomenal. So the goal, the whole point of this video is the goal. Whatever you're setting, make it non-negotiable in your head. Make sure you've got a big enough time frame to achieve the goal, and make sure that you don't deviate off, that you set your mind to, especially if it's going to cost a lot of money or any money at all, make sure you don't deviate off that path. Make sure that you write down, you know, your goal, your why you're doing it, because that'll cement it itself. Keep repeating every day that you're going. For example, New York, I'm going. And then actually make sure you've got your time frame, and it's a realistic time frame, and that you can go above and beyond to make sure you accumulate that money and manifest the money and get that money all the way through up until the point you need to pay. Up until the point you need to pay to go off and pay. I have a photo of me paying in cash to the lady in the travel agency. It was amazing. It's not anywhere. I have not published it anywhere because it's just for me. And it's a huge achievement. And it was phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. So, and as you can see, that's one goal I've set. I've set another one. And I am going in a couple of weeks. So whenever you do watch this video, I've probably come back from there already. But yeah, I've set another goal, and I'm so excited and thrilled. I cannot wait to go. But yeah, it's goals can be achieved no matter how big or small, whether it is a holiday, a car, or whether it be an extra 100 a month. If you want an extra 1,000 a month, make sure you've got a plan. Set everything down on paper. Make sure you tick it off at every single opportunity. If you've got a goal, and which I call project, so if you've got a project, break it down into little tasks, and then give yourself a tick and accomplish each single one until you lead up to the full amazing goal that you've got anyway. So come on over to RebeccaAdamsBiz.com. Let me know what goals you've got, whether you've achieved them. Chuck some photos on there if you want. And I'd love to hear from you what plans are working, what goals are working, and what you're working towards.